Blessed be, and welcome to another video on shadow work. This time we're going to be incorporating spellcraft into our shadow work, which we haven't really done before. But before I show you what to do, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, and if you're new to the channel and you want to become a Wiccan or a witch, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you don't know what shadow work is, or if you haven't done much shadow work and you want to find out more about shadow work, I have a playlist here on YouTube on this channel that is dedicated totally to shadow work. So I'll put the link to that playlist in the description field below this video. Spell work is great for influencing situations, and you'll find that it's one of the main reasons a lot of people get involved in witchcraft in the first place. It's because it allows you to be able to have some kind of an influence over your life. Now, Wicca, of course, is more of a religion, so there's that spiritual aspect to Wicca. And one of the very common things that's come out of Wicca is this process called shadow work. And this is where we go into ourselves and we learn about ourselves so that we can know thyself. Because when we know ourselves, it makes life a lot easier. It makes life a lot more pleasant. And sometimes we think we know ourselves when we don't know ourselves, because a lot of our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us are in our subconscious mind, buried very, very deep. And those beliefs about ourselves and the world around us really came about during the first 6 or 7 years of our existence when we were children. And we carry all of this stuff through adulthood with us. So shadow work is where we get the opportunity to work on our beliefs and our perceptions, because our perceptions are influenced by our beliefs, so that we can change our beliefs and hence our perceptions of the world, so that we can affect the world and affect change in our world and create magic in the world much easier, and it's much more pleasant. You just feel good, you feel better. Okay, so one of the reasons to do shadow work is that you will feel better for doing it. Okay, even if that's the only reason you do it. Shadow work not only helps you, it also helps the people around you, because when you change for the better and when you're perceiving yourself in a much more positive light and you're seeing the world in a much more positive light, then you'll start to attract more positive people into your life as well, and they will benefit at the same time. So our perceptions, our beliefs affect our behavior. They affect how other people perceive us and see us. These things affect our choices. These things affect whether we go after our dreams, our goals, whether we're really walking our life purpose and doing what we came here to do. It all is affected by this part of ourselves, our subconscious mind, basically. So with shadow work, it usually involves maybe some journaling. I do emotional freedom technique, or tapping and hypnotherapy, and all sorts of different methods that you can use to access your subconscious mind. Magic tends to not feature so much, because magic is more about affecting what we perceive to be the outside world. But today I want to share with you a really simple alchemical process that can help you with your shadow work. Now, this isn't going to do your shadow work for you. You still have to use all of the other processes to work with yourself and within yourself. But this is something that you can use to assist this process. And it's really simple. We're working with the water element. All you need is a teacup and some water. Okay, and a petition that's actually where you're wanting to be or what you're wanting to aim for. So if you're doing shadow work, for example, you may realize that a lot of the things that are stopping you from moving forward in your life, attracting the right people into your life, attracting maybe the right career or even work colleagues into your life, can actually be beliefs about yourself that maybe you're not good enough, you don't know enough, all these sorts of things that are very negative towards ourselves. So in this example, I'm going to use the belief that it's not safe to be me. It's not safe to express myself. It's not safe to speak my truth. It's not safe for me to express who I really am and what I really believe. That's just an example of something that may come up for you in shadow work, but there's so many other things that you may find come up for you. You may find there's fears that come up for you. You may find that there's qualities about yourself, like maybe if you fall into selfishness or you fall into greed, it's because there's a fear that if you aren't acting that way, you're going to miss out, or you're going to go without, or people are going to take advantage of you. Beliefs about yourself that it's not safe to care about yourself, so it's not safe to take time out for yourself. It's not safe to say no to somebody when really it's better if you say no. All of these sorts of things will come up for you when you're doing shadow work, so you can use this spell to help you release some of this. So for the example, as I said, it's to do with not being able to speak my truth, for example, because that's one of the things that came up for me when I was doing shadow work, and one of the things I had to move through in order to even do Mystery Witch School in the first place. Because being a witch, even in this day and age when there's more people are open to it, more people are supporting it, it's still something that a lot of people fear and a lot of people have negative associations with. So it's not always easy to come out of the broom closet. So grab a cup, add some water, figure out where you are now, what the belief is. So the belief is, it's not safe for me to speak my truth. You may feel the emotions associated with that, so anxiety, fear, worry. There may even be a little sadness and grief around there, and there could even be shame associated with it. There could be a number of emotions associated with this belief. So be aware of what these are, because you're going to need to use these. Then also be aware of what it is you're wanting to believe. So what is it you want to believe? You want to believe it's safe to be who I am, or it's safe for me to speak my truth, or it's safe for me to succeed. It's safe for me to be confident even. It's safe for me too is always a good place to start when you're doing this for shadow work. And then, so write your statement. So for in this example, I've got it's safe to be me, and then 3 things that I want to feel, 3 emotions or states that I want to be able to experience and feel to help me get there with that belief. So I wrote down calm, confident, and courageous. So you're going to use that in the second part of the ritual. So in the first part of the ritual, you'll take your cup. I've already got some water in this cup. And you're going to focus on the icky crap that you're going to transmute, because you're going to put it into the water. So holding the water, you can speak to the water and say to the water what it is that you're feeling and what it is that you believe. Get into the bit of the feeling of, say, that the fear, the anxiety, the worry, the sadness. Because if you can't express yourself, or if you're stopping yourself from doing something you really want to do, that you really feel is important for you to do, then you're going to feel some sadness around that as well. So just breathing that in to the water. So you're taking the emotional energy and you're putting it into the water. So blowing it into the water, talking it into the water, whatever it is that you're feeling. So you may be saying like, I feel fear if I want to speak up. I feel afraid that people are going to judge, they're going to criticize me. And you're basically talking into the water. You're putting that energy into the water. When you've finished, you want to take the water away from your home. You can take it far, far away from your home if you like, and then pour the water into the ground. And as you do so, you just say, I send this back to the earth to transmute into something more positive. So you're giving it back to the earth. You come back home, or wherever you're doing your spell, and you pour yourself a fresh glass of water. Now, if you're using the same cup, which you probably will be, you want to cleanse and consecrate the cup and remove all of the negative energy that you would have put into it, in the water, into the cup. So you want to definitely consecrate and cleanse your cup. So you may want to wash it in salt water. You may want to charge it with some cleansing energy. And you may also want to say, I remove all malefic energy and replace with benefic over the cup, so that you're cleansing the cup. For for this type of ritual, maybe use another cup. So you've got maybe 2 teacups, one that you're using to send off the negativity and the fresh one to use to put in the fresh water. So when you're doing the second half of the spell, where you're going to be putting into the water what you're wanting to feel and believe, you do the same thing. You already have it written out because this is your petition. So you can say to the water as you're speaking to it, it is safe to be me. It is safe to be me. It is safe to be me. And you can say this as many times as you want. And I would suggest you try to say it for at least 100 times, because the more you say it, the more energy is going to go into the water, and the more energy you're going to bring into yourself as well by saying it. And then you can say what the emotions are: calm, confident, courageous. And as you're saying those words, calm, confident, courageous, it's safe to be me, start to see how that's changing the way you feel in your body, because it's going to change your energy. You're transmuting that negative stuff into something positive. And when you've done that enough times, and really spend time on this ritual, take your paper, place it on your altar, put the cup down on the paper, on the petition, and leave it there for 24 hours to brew. 24 hours later, come back, drink the water. And then, like we always do in magic, forget about it. Forget about the spell, forget about it all. You drink the water like you're just having a drink of water. You don't even have to think about what you're trying to feel at this stage, because you've already done the work. Just drink the water because it's already charged up. It's spent 24 hours brewing with the petition underneath it. Then you get on with the rest of your day as if the spell has already happened. So you may notice that within a few days of doing this spell that you may find yourself being more courageous. You may find yourself speaking out a little bit more. And you may also find yourself feeling more calm, depending on what it is that you're aiming for. In the next few days, you should start to notice an influence on your behavior. So this is something to use in conjunction with your shadow work. You can use this if you've got an event or something coming up where you're needing to have that extra boost, whether you've got an exam coming up, whether you've got a job interview coming up, whether you've got a situation that you need to confront with somebody coming up. You might have an audition coming up. Whatever it is, you can use this technique to help you with that as well. So that is how you can do shadow work and spell work at the same time. If you're wanting, of course, to do shadow work with me, working one-on-one using the techniques that I use to help people move through the shadow work, I do offer a 30-minute free consultation. It's a clarity session to help you get really clear about what's going on with you that's stopping you from moving forward in your life. And at the end of that clarity session, if you feel it's a fit to work with me, then we can talk about how we could work together moving forward. Other than that, I also have a book called Tapping into Abundance, using EFT and the law of attraction to change your mindset and turn your life around, which goes into a lot of this sort of stuff in shadow work, and that involves a lot of tapping as well. All of these things will be in the description field below this video so that you can access them very easily. If you like the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to share it with your friends and comment about how you go, or if you've got any questions. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.